Yeah, MLB Data Warehouse. Where the spreadsheets flow and the takes get spicy. Jon, Tim, Doc, let's go. Welcome to the warehouse, stacked to the ceilings. Exit below's flying, launch angles got a feeling. Tim in the corner with the prospect report. Reading fan graphs, blurbs like it's soft court sport. Junior and double A, Tim's losing.
Welcome to the Prospect Warehouse Podcast. This is your host, Tim Kanak. You can find me on X at Fantasy Aceball. And we got the Hefe, John Anderson at John PGH here. Super excited to be here on this podcast. Not monotone whatsoever. How you doing, John?
I'm just underwater. So much stuff to do, but it's good. I can't complain about life. I got 3 kids, and Father's Day was good, and they all like me, and my wife likes me. My wife likes me a lot. You know, that's a big help in life when you don't have contention with your wife.
Yes, definitely. I mean, like, if you are worried about fighting a wife or finding a wife, I feel like that takes up so much of your time until you get a wife. And then it's like, oh, now you can actually like grow up and do stuff. You just spend so much time wasting away looking for a good woman to have at your side until you finally find one. And then if you're lucky enough to find one, then it'll really allows you to free up and kind of do your thing and do kind of, I guess, what you're supposed to do in life.
Yeah, especially except when they're the one, then when they're like living the boss babe life too, you know, and they're out working 50 hours a week too, then what do you do? Then it gets tough. How do you have 2 jobs? I mean, most people, I'm not trying to be like, I've already done it, I guess. I don't want to be too harsh, but like, how do people think they can do like this 2 full-time jobs plus kids? I mean, I think it seems to be like crazy stressful all the time. And I know that most people don't do that by choice, and it's unfortunate. And I'm just like lucky to be where I am. But yeah, it's a good life when your wife does the home stuff and you work and you like each other and it's all good. But I should probably think before I talk.
I concur. No, I'm right there with you, man. That's the way to do it. Just look, guys, make more money so your wife can stay home and
just start making $250,000 a year. It's not that hard, you know.
It's not. Just get a Perkins Roofing franchise, and I guarantee you'll make $250,000 a year.
I don't make that. Let me not mislead people. I don't.
Well, I'll advertise my business. Get a Perkins Roofing franchise, and I guarantee, unless you're an idiot, you'll make $250,000 a year as long as you bust your ass.
Yeah. Here, I was gonna ask if we could make. Here it is. Okay. I was going to ask if we could make the call-up corner quick ditty part of this. So, and I pulled up this because I hadn't found it yet, but I forgot what I named the spreadsheet, but just so everybody can see, every morning, all these Python scripts update Google Sheets, and this is how many of them there are. So if I forget what I named something, I can't find it.
Control F.
But I don't know what it's called. And I just saw it. Debuts, I think I called it player debut. So here's what I did for you, Tim, for us. I didn't share it with anybody yet, but what this thing does is it looks at, I'm going to zoom in. It finds every player that has recently debuted in the major leagues, as long as if they hadn't played a game from 2021 on, and then they play a game, it'll show their debut date. It orders it by that. So, okay, but it has this problem where Max Schumann is obviously a player, but he must have pitched yesterday or on Saturday.
First pitching appearance of all time. So.
Yeah. And what I did was I put year 150 in here, and it'll look up the prospect number that they are. So what we can do for content is filter to get rid of the blanks. And here we go. So we could use this. You don't have time for it, and I don't know if I do either, but can we talk about some of these guys? The object of this is to find top 150 prospects that have been called up and then like give quick thoughts on them. So if you could just tell us, like, for a 12-team standard league, like Cooper Pratt, Cole Carrick, Braden Montgomery, Edwin Arroyo, those are this month's. Like, should these guys be owned, or just like real quick on those guys?
Okay, real quick on these guys. Cole Carrick and Braden Montgomery, 12-team, yes, because you've got 3 outfielders. Cooper Pratt, 12-team if you're points or OBP. or if you're in a 15-teamer, I would say, or if you need middle infield. Edwin Arroyo has not been getting enough run, and Ellie De La Cruz is about to come back, so he's probably going to be sent back to the minors. So just be ready for that. But that's kind of where those guys are at. And what we're going to do, John, is I'm going to add this into Dog's Dynasty Hour. So we're just going to make this Call Up Corner part of Doc's Dynasty Hour for future episodes.
That'd be
so
great.
That's what's going to happen.
And now it's Docs.
Yes, and now it's out of your hands and into mine.
I would like to make it a part of the daily notes or something, but I guess it's not too often a top 150 guy gets called up. It's only happened 23 times this year. 23 times this year. So,
well, that's actually not bad because
I would like.
If you think about it, 150 prospects, probably a third of them have enough proximity that they should get called up every single year. So
yeah, and some of them aren't even in like the data because they're only in complex league or whatever. So I had to like manually put in their IDs because I couldn't even find it in my file. But yeah, I would also like, you have top 20 at least for each team, right?
Yeah, we have top 20. So yeah, we could do that.
But they're not an Excel sheet. I wanted to merge that into like the team.
I have an Excel sheet. I'll send you one. I have an Excel sheet.
I was going to ask you this, but I did it on Saturday morning, like while I shouldn't be doing this stuff, but that's pretty cool, right? Like every day it'll refresh and it'll show you, okay, these guys, forget the top 150. You can just see everybody who's recently debuted, like Trey Cruz, right? This guy's not much to talk about, but a Tigers guy debuted and this picked it up the next morning. So
yes. Boom. I just sent you the team rankings. So now you have those too. So you can add that in.
Cooper Pratt or Trey Turner rest of season. Is that the dumb?
Trey Turner, easy, bro. Come on. But
they're kind of like Trey Turner's just like doing about what Cooper Pratt can do so far. Obviously, it's way different. You know that Trey Turner can do what he can do.
Yeah, Trey Turner can hit more home runs. Cooper Pratt actually can steal a little bit, and he gets on base. So, yeah, but Trey Turner can hit home runs. Cooper Pratt, probably not many home runs in the future. For instance, 145 ISO at AAA. Not great. Yeah. That'll translate to like a 100 in the majors. So maybe we'll get 10 home runs for Cooper Pratt until he is big, though. This is the thing about Cooper Pratt. He's 6'4", 210 pounds. So you think he should hit home runs based on his body size. He just doesn't get to the angles for home runs because he hits like way too many ground balls and he's not like a pull fly ball guy. But in like 5 years, who knows if that changes? Look at Jordan Walker. If Jordan Walker can do that, anybody can, right? So gotta just keep that in mind. Jordan Walker is now the barometer of all 21-year-old prospects when they get the call up.
Jordan Walker always had insane skills.
Yes, very true. Very true.
Is that a brewski?
No, this is a kombucha. Dude, I'm working still. Yeah. This is a kombucha, mother kombucha. This is pineapple and coconut. It says it's called the Trop. And I'm getting probiotics, B vitamins, amino acids, enzymes. And look, best of all, it's unpasteurized. All unpasteurized here.
No Louis. Fade the Louis Pasteur. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I should get some. I've been drinking prebiotic sodas. It's pretty great.
Oh, yeah. Whiskey. I get some.
With whiskey, of course.
I get some off of like, we call it the Mac truck. We get this like shipment of like, it comes once a month and we get like all organic foods. And a lot of it comes from like Seattle. And there's something, I can't remember the name of the group. It's like a religious organic farm thing in like Seattle. It's probably a cult. It's probably some sort of commune cult thing. But they send me organic food on that's the U.S., so can't complain.
Colts aren't the worst thing in the world, man. The Colts get a bad rap,
Yeah, especially the Indianapolis Colts. Okay, let's get to the prospects. Number 10 is Rowdy Rodriguez. Yeah, that's a doc joke. Rowdy Rodriguez. Number 10, outfielder with the Angels in AA. This is actually his second time on the T10 this year, John. So this is a repeat guy. And remember the article, this is why you have to subscribe to MLB Data Warehouse, because I do a write-up of top 15. And you don't get 15 through 11 unless you read the article and subscribe to MLB Data Warehouse. So number 10 is Rowdy Rodriguez. Rowdy Rodriguez had this last week. Where did it go? 4 home runs, 5 extra base hits. Now on the season, he has 11 home runs and 21 steals. And he's 23 years old in AA. So my comp for him is Lane Thomas, which you have up there. Comp, boom, love that. And ETA, I put 2028, even though it's the Angels. Who knows? It could be like he could be called up for tomorrow because it's the Angels, especially Mike Trout going down. But yeah, I don't know. He's an interesting toolsy prospect, but the hit tool isn't ideal. Like you can see, I put a 35 out of 40 on the hit, so not an ideal hit tool. But everything else looks pretty good for Rowdy.
Can we? 35 means now, and 40 means what you could do.
Yes, 40 is like ultimately where I think they'll be.
And that's bad. 60 is good. 60 is elite.
50 is average. 60 is like, I guess you'd say like all-star, and 70 is like elite, and then 80 is like Ohtani.
Right. 80. I'm 80 grade. I think I might have told my wife one time that she's like an 80 grade wife. And she was like, "Well, that's not very good. That's like a C minus, you know." So you like, why didn't they just go to 100 on that? But keep going.
I don't know, dude. That's a very good question for someone that's not me, because I did not make the scouting grades.
Yeah.
I only abide by the rules. So anyway, yeah, that's Rowdy Rodriguez. You can see F scores kind of like him, but he's older for the level. So just keep that in mind, that like he should be probably overperforming a little bit. He did at least jump levels because he was in A-ball all of last year. It's like a 22-year-old, which is definitely older for the level. But I think he's more like a toolsy guy. So I think Lane Thomas is a pretty good. Lane Thomas has put up a decent career, right? So like it's not like it's a nobody. Like he's had some good fantasy seasons.
He has. He's had a couple of them.
All right, number 9. You're gonna like this right up here, John. I don't know if you've read this yet, but number 9 is starting pitcher Cam Leiter with the Dodgers in A-ball. And look what I wrote here: prime skills. Unlike Kalen Culpepper, Cam Leiter actually is related to professional athletes because he's the cousin of Jack Leiter and Mark Leiter Jr., nephew of Al and Mark Leiter seniors. So, yeah, you like that?
The Leiters have something going on. With something in their DNA.
With my copy and paste here, though. We got the wrong one, and it says Jace Beck in there. We got to fix that. That's my bad. We gotta fix that one. But anyway. Yep, you see that? That's a guy that we're going to talk about later. I must have put the wrong image in when I threw it on the document. That's my bad.
I'll get it on here. We'll throw it here, and then you can see it here. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, that's a Tim error, not a John error. So anyway, Cam Leiter, second rounder out of Florida State, did not play in 2025, but was drafted in 2025. He had shoulder surgery. He had 7 starts in 2024, and then missed the rest of the season, then all of 2025. So if you look at his pitching log, this is the reason why Cam Leiter is only throwing like 40 pitches, 50 pitches a game, is because he's coming back from shoulder surgery. But he's been very good. He's an A-ball, and he has a 28% K-minus walk rate so far. Throws from a 3/4 arm slot. There's a fastball, a cutter, which is really a gyro slider, a curveball, a sinker, a changeup. The fastball is really good. It's got some arm side run to it. It's a really nice fastball. It gets within 99 miles an hour. The cutter is my favorite pitch of his, though. So I threw a 60 out of 65 on both the fastball and the gyro slider, cutter, whatever you want to call it, because I think they're both really good pitches. The curve, like I feel like curves always play better in the lower minors than they do in the majors at this point. So you want to throw that video up there, John? You got some Cam Leiter video coming here?
I'm watching an ad.
Yep. Solid sinker too. I'm not really a big fan of the changeup though, but yeah, that's here he is. Boom! Look at that. There's another Leiter. There's a lot of Leiters around.
You don't even need lighters anymore because everybody just vapes and does pouches and stuff.
You see that run there on that fastball? That was not even a sinker, I don't think, dude. I think
I was focused on my nicotine joke, but yeah.
Yeah, look at all these cutters. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy stock in the Leiter family. These guys better get some sons. They got to have another hit. Jack's not really paying off. But.
Yeah, got to get to the grandchildren. I think he just went on the IL today. So anyway, Cam Leiter in 53 pitches last week, 7 strikeouts, 0 walks, 2 hits allowed in 3 innings. So just want to throw him on the radar. He's looking pretty good so far. So number 8, this is Sean Keys with the Toronto Blue Jays. This is a guy, John, who might come up this year. So this is a guy that you should be paying attention to in your redraft circles here. But he is in AAA. He's a corner infielder, lefty, big dude. Like he's like 225. He might be bigger than that. He's a pretty big dude. But he has rocketed up prospect rankings this year because his exit velocities are up like 4 to 5 miles an hour across the board. So far in AAA, he started in AA. He's up at AAA now. But so far in AAA, he's got a 12% barrel rate, 92 average EV, 108.5 90th, 112.8 max EV. Last week, 4 home runs, 5 extra base hits. That gives him 32 extra base hits in 63 games this year. And he's actually playing some third. So he's played 30 games at third. The rest have been at first, which is I think 25 or something like that. But 55% pull rate. So this guy's a big-time air pull guy. I comped him to Vinny P. Light and Tristan Cassis mashed into one guy. And the Blue Jays could use a corner guy. Like I don't even know who. You got Okamoto. Who else do they even have? You got Vlad, I guess, hurt.
Yeah.
Right? Is Vlad even back yet? I think he's still hurt.
I didn't. He's hurt. I didn't know. I didn't know that.
I think he was hurt. But anyway,
Addison
we'll
Barger doesn't play third anymore, I guess.
Yeah, outfielder now. So Sean Keys could play Okamoto. I don't know how good defensively he is. I don't really watch that many Blue Jays games as an NL guy. So mostly watching NL games in my hood. But this guy, 35-30 speed, big time power, 55-65 power potential here. Lefty masher corner infielder.
18 bombs, OPS over 1, if that's right. So,
yeah.
Good.
All right, number 7. This is Jacob Friend with the Reds. I have seen Jacob Friend in person a lot because he was in Palm Beach a lot when the Daytona Tortugas were playing. So he's a catcher and first baseman. He is in high A now. And he's pretty athletic for a catcher. He's got some speed, like JT Realmuto type speed for a catcher here. 13 steals on the season. And he's got power. The hit tool is 69% contact rate. So you can see a 95 on the F scores on the hit tool. But a 122 power, 101 speed for a catcher is pretty nice. He's a 23-year-old at high A.
The EV started working again.
Yeah. There we go. Look at that. And Alfredo
I didn't even
Duno,
fix that. It just fixed itself. That's awesome.
AI, boom, for the win. We got Jacob Friend here. 31 extra base hits in 59 games this year, John. That's an extra base hit. More than one extra base hit every 2 games. Pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's a 599 slug. Very good.
Yeah, there we go. 104.7 90th EV. I think he's pretty interesting. I put a 25 out of 40 on the hit. Then the plate approach, I give him a 50 out of 60. He does have a pretty good plate approach, walks a lot, and it's not like a too passive type thing. He actually does have a good plate approach.
10% chase rate.
Yeah, 10% chase rate is unreal. Yeah. And then I gave him a 55 power and a 55 speed. So I think he's a decent dude. I comped him to Dalton Varsho.
Makes sense.
Maybe he moves off catcher because you got Duno on the org.
If you hit too well, they move you off catcher. That seems to be the rule.
Yes. Number 6. Here's Jace Beck. This is the guy that I accidentally had pasted into Cam Leiter. So Jace Beck, Cubs former relief pitcher, is now getting stretched out as a starter. So he was in the Mets organization, drafted in 2019 by the Mets, and was in the Mets until last year. And then I guess they DFA'd him or whatever. They're like 6 years in the minors, that's enough. And now he's 26, and the Cubs signed him, and he is getting stretched out as a starter. This guy is 6'9", so he is a freaking giant, and he has a really, really good fastball. I put a 65 out of 70 grade on his fastball. It's really good. It's got like 17 to 19 inches of induced vertical break, hits 98 miles an hour. He has a slider, which I think is okay, and then a changeup, which I think is subpar. So it kind of makes sense that he would be a reliever as a fastball slider guy. But they're stretching him out as a starter, and he had 10 strikeouts and 1 walk in 74 pitches last time out. 2 hits in 5 innings. So 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. So Jace Beck, one to watch. I come to Sean Hageli. You remember him? The giant on the Giants? The reliever. Yeah, that's who I comped him to. But the fastball is really, really good for Jace Beck. 118 F stuff too. So I don't know if he really makes it as a starter, John, but I think he could be a major league reliever with that fastball.
Kept getting whiffs. He's got 73, 74 pitches last 2 outings, and I don't know where is this? Chattanooga. Sorry, what level is that?
Dub.
All right.
Yeah, he was when he was a reliever. He was in AAA. and then they demoted him to Double-A to stretch him out as a starter. So he might be back in Triple-A soon. So if you're looking at his Triple-A statistics, that's when he was a reliever, and Double-A is when he was starting.
Okay, he's handled it well so far. 7 strikeouts.
Yeah.
10 strikeouts, even just 3 days ago.
Yeah. 10 strikeouts this week, 7 the week before. So two good starts in a row here for him. Let's get to number 5. Number 5 is a guy that you like, actually. I don't know if you remember, but you talked about him on another podcast.
The total yokes guy.
Yeah, the totally yoked guy from the combine that you were watching.
I saw you. 5, I did. I read this. Yeah, I was excited about that.
Yeah. So 5 is outfielder Brandon Compton with the Marlins. This is a dude that I was super excited about coming out of the draft. Thought he was going to be super underrated because he dominated the combine. And then he got off to a really, really slow start this year because his hit tool is really bad. Like his F score on his hit tool is an 88. That's pretty terrible. And he's got a 57% contact rate. So off to a good start, right, John? But anyway,
have it all. When you're going to be that jacked, you can't just like be making contact.
Yeah, and he's fast too. So this guy has 17 steals this year and 11 home runs. He has a 116.9 max EV, and 5 bombs and 4 steals this week for Brandon Compton. It's a really good week. 5 home runs, 4 steals for Compton. It's just he walks. So he's got a 25% walk rate. His contact rate is just terrible. He's like basically Spencer Jones. It's basically what he is. He's the Marlins version of Spencer Jones. Can't hit anything, but he can actually walk. So I give him a 25-35 hit tool, 45-60 plate approach. You're showing his girlfriend here. He's got a 50 out of 65 on the power and then a 60 out of 55 on the speed. Because I don't know if he's going to stay as fast as he is. He is pretty jacked.
I thought you were about to rate the girlfriend. We shouldn't do that. But.
I'm not trying to get you in trouble, bro. So, hey, you've got an 80 grade wife here. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. So we on the comp for Brandon Compton, huh? The comp for Compton.
Yep.
Okay.
Good one.
Yeah, Doc one. Max Muncy matched with Jack Sawinski. He's gonna be somewhere right now. He's in Jack Sawinski land. As the Pirates fan, right? But hopefully he can get closer to Max Muncy land.
Yeah, those are 2 very different players there, but similar, I guess. There you go.
Yeah, they're similar because they both hit a lot of home runs and both strike out a lot. But the good thing, the difference is Sawinski could run, but he just could never figure out the hit tool enough to make it work. Whereas Muncy, even though he doesn't have a great hit tool, he's figured out like a 40 hit tool, and even though he's really, really slow, he still makes it work.
Sawinski, how much money can you make? He was on a major league contract, I guess not anymore, but he's probably doing okay in AAA. Like I bet he'd be happy just playing AAA for 5 years, and that's a decent living. But
yeah, $700,000 a year.
Is that what it is? Yeah, dang.
Wait, if you're on the 40 man, yeah.
Right. Nice.
I mean, the minimum is it's either 700 or 750.
Compton blew me away. I was at my in-laws' house for dinner a couple of years ago. Was it last year? I don't know. It was the MLB Combine, and he was just stroking 117, 118. He was hitting the ball so hard. I was like, dang, this dude. But yeah, that always comes with potentially high K rates, and yeah, so we'll see. But that's a good one.
Yeah, if he can get to like a 65% contact rate, I think he can make it work enough. Especially he's got speed. So we'll see. Number 4 is Caden Scarborough with the Rangers. Top 100 prospect here. Finally pitching. He started the year on the injured list. And this last week, 9 strikeouts and 1 walk with only giving up 2 hits in 4 2/3 as he is coming back, getting that pitch count up. 61 pitches only in this one. So he's still getting that pitch count up. But Caden Scarborough is a dude. He's my number 63 prospect. And really good stuff here. He's got a ridiculous sweeper. Really good fastball that tops out at 100 miles an hour. Good changeup. Below average curve. Really good command here. 106 F stuff, 127 F control, 108 F ERA. And kid's 21 in high A. I think maybe he'll be up to AA with a few more performances like this. And he might only be a year away. I think he's a 2027 debut guy. Oh, freezing frames. Come on, YouTube. Load up.
Oh, it's working for me. I think it's working for Yeah.
Now I got it. Yeah, look at that fastball. That was sick.
Caden Scarborough. I've seen his name, but I don't know anything about him. Now I do.
Now you do. My comp is Joe Ryan and the pitcher Shohei Ohtani mashed into one.
That's a good comp.
That is a good comp. He's a good pitcher. Number 3. This is a guy that's super underrated. It is Demetrio Crisantes with the Arizona Diamondbacks in Double-A. This is another dude who was hurt and is now back. I comped him to a mini Xander Bogaerts. And this guy hits the ball really hard and has a really, really good hit tool. Last week, he hit over 500 with 6 extra base hits and 2 home runs. Look at the F scores. 102 power, 105 hit, 116 discipline, 110 speed. You like that, John? All hundreds across the board here, right?
That's what we like. We need them all. It's hard to go from the minors to the majors, but it helps if you can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah. I don't necessarily know if he'll be a 5-tool guy. It's maybe like a 4 with like okay speed. Speed is going to be his worst tool. So I give him a 50 grade speed because I think he could steal. Like he's fast enough that he could steal like 10, 12 bags, something like that. But his main thing is his hit tool is really, really good. Insane hit tool. He's hitting 342 this year. And he also, besides having a really good hit tool and really good contact rates, has a very good plate approach and can potentially get to plus power. He has logged 117 max EVs. That was back in 2023 in Complex League. He had a 117.3 max EV. And then he had a 106.5 90th, I want to say, last year before his injury. So he can hit the ball really hard, and he's got good contact, and he's a middle infielder on top of it. So really fun player here, Demetrio Crisantes, and he's going to be cheap because he's been hurt. He basically missed most of last year and missed a lot at the beginning of this year. Ranked 83 for me, so a top 100 guy that you should be able to get at a very good value right now. And now I think is your buying window to go get him before he blows up.
He's really small.
No, he's not very small. 6 foot. He's a middle infielder, bro.
That's fine. Small.
He's bigger than you.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, there he is.
That doesn't look like 6 feet to me. That looks like 5'8" to me.
If you're a 6 foot baseball player, it means you're probably 5'10". So I'm probably bigger than him, actually. That means.
Yeah.
Because I'm really 6 foot.
I saw something
as measured against Doc on our live podcast.
Oh right, yeah, that was good. Saw some tweet at like only 3% of men are 6 foot and make $100,000 a year. I was like,
oh, I'm a stud then.
Yeah, I'm close.
I'm in there.
I just need you can increase your wealth, but not your height after a certain point. I don't think I can get to 6 foot at only being 5'9" and 3/4 or whatever, but I'll stretch.
I'm the shortest guy in my family. My brother's like 6'4".
Oh, so, well, that must have been tough.
Well, I have better hair, so
now you have a complex about it.
Yeah. And I've got blue eyes, so I won that. He got the height, I got the blue eyes.
And your brothers probably don't even know how to do an F score or regress barrel rates or anything like that. They're probably idiots.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he knows anything about baseball. All right, number two is Brandon White with the Marlins, Triple-A, another giant here, 6'8", another 26-year-old. So we love our 26-year-old pitchers on this. But if you want a young pitcher, I have a DSL pitcher, 18 years old. John's favorite, 18-year-olds, further down in the article. So you have to subscribe so you can see what 18-year-old I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you have to, John, you have to subscribe for the minors. We don't give away 18-year-olds for free here.
Right.
You have to subscribe for the 18-year-olds.
Yeah, we should. Yep. That's where mine. Yep. Okay, subscribe and we'll tell you all about the. 18. We're fine. It's not even like a joke. It's still whatever.
Brandon, it's above Wander Franco's threshold.
When's Brandon White, Thomas White, Robbie Snelling, this guy you traded me, Milbrandt, and there's another guy. I thought we'd exhausted all the Marlins pitching prospects, but they got them in spades.
Yeah, now the Marlins. You know they have a Josh White too, so they have a Thomas White, a Josh White, and a Brandon White. That's not confusing.
Are they in white? Is Brandon White?
He is. He's very white and very tall, and he's 26 years old, 6'8", and this is his second time actually on the T10s too. But he's in AAA now, and he had another really good start this week. He had 11 strikeouts, 0 walks, only 1 hit in 7 innings. So really nice start. 3-pitch guy, 60 grade fastball, gets up to 99 miles an hour. Good changeup, 55 out of 60 on the changeup. He's got a sweeper too. Threw 40 out of 50 on that. 60 grade command. Also, you can see F control is 119. So good command is really what sets him apart. So he's got fastball, changeup, slider, and good command. Maybe he's probably a reliever long term, but the Marlins have only 4 starters in their rotation right now, with all the injuries that they've had. So I don't know. He could get the call up here pretty soon. Milbrandt is definitely the much better prospect, but Brandon White might actually get the call up sooner as a 26-year-old. My comp for him is Tyler Megill, which, if you remember, Tyler Megill actually came up as a starter with the Mets before he got sent to the pen once they brought all these other younger kids with more pitches up. So maybe he follows that kind of route through the majors here. Brandon White with the Marlins.
Forgot about that McGill guy, Brandon White. I added home road splits to the box score dashboard just yesterday, so that was cool. Not that you care about that from the minors, but in the majors, it's good to see. But 7 shutty, 11 strikeouts, no walks on Friday for Brandon White, knocking down the door after 3 bad starts. So that's not good. Not good consistency.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has a 4%. Keep in mind, he's a 4% walk rate, so at least he's not walking guys. He's throwing strikes. 25.1 K minus walk rate. So do we really care about ERA in the minors, John?
Nope.
You got a 25% K minus walk?
Nope.
Yep.
10 hits. He gave up 27 hits in 3 starts. That is bad luck no matter how you scratch it. It's hard to give up 10 hits, and he did it twice in a row. Amazing.
Yeah, it's AAA. I mean, come on.
They were they short? Did they not have a third baseman that day or something like that? Like, how does 10 balls not go to somebody?
Yeah, could be. I mean, a lot of the AAA guys, the way that I see it, you'll have a bunch of just hitters, like bench hitters. So you'll have a bunch of bench hitters playing out of position and stuff. It's like AAA is almost beer league. It's not far from beer league. It's probably closer to beer league than it is to the majors.
And are they pretty liberal with calling is it harder to make an error in AAA? Are they more likely to call things hits, or do we have any idea about that, or is it the same?
I think it's about the same. I don't think it's I don't think it's an umpire thing. I think it's or bad calls or whatever. I think it's more just in AAA, you're playing a lot of guys at weird positions who will never play at that position in the majors, just because you're trying to get their bat in the lineup and get them reps. So, like I said, that's where you keep all your 40-man guys warm at AAA. So if you have imagine you have 3 Dan Vogelbachs, and you're these guys are good hitters, but we don't have enough bench spots for 3 Dan Vogelbachs. So we have to send 2 now to the minors to play out of position weird, oddly, so in AAA. So that's kind of what happens sometimes.
Bad defense. Never thought about that. As I know that the AAA ERAs are always super high. You can understand it for the Pacific Coast League. Yeah, but even the International League is where the park stuff and the altitude stuff's not a factor. Those ERAs are still really high. Maybe that defense has something to do with it.
Yeah, it definitely does a little bit. All right, number 1. Can you guess who number 1 is?
Yeah, it's your boy. It's your favorite, the Cardinals, Joshua Baez.
Yep, Joshua Baez. And guess what? He hit another home run yesterday, too. So I put on here that he had 5 home runs last week, but he actually had 6 because he hit one on Sunday night. But Joshua Baez, dude, 40 extra base hits in 65 games this year. It's what? That's this guy is basically Ronald Acuna of AAA right now. He's got he's got 25 home runs, 12 steals, ridiculous extra base hits. It doesn't even matter. Contact rate is getting better. This is the main thing. A lot of people were out on Joshua Baez and probably thought I was crazy to have him as a top 10 prospect because he had a 60-something% contact rate earlier in the season. But since June 1st, he's up to 75% contact rate now. So he's got the hit tool up to at least an average contact rate, which is perfectly fine as a power speed threat with 60-60 tools. So I still give him a 40 grade hit tool out of 50. I think he can get it up to a 50. He's made some nice strides here early in the season. Plate approach 35 out of 50. He still has a pretty rough plate approach. Power 60 out of 70 and speed 65-60. I think as he matures, he's going to lose a little speed, which kind of makes sense. It's like every player, right? Except for Trey Turner, who's still like the fastest guy in baseball for whatever reason. And then power, I think as he keeps getting older and bigger, he's going to grow into more power, as he really has this year. Like a lot of his home runs are just absolute moonshots, where it's like not even close. It's not like his home runs are not cheap, John. They're not like barely over the wall. Like if you look up his home runs on YouTube or X or whatever, wherever you watch your clips from, like he's hitting like 450-foot bombs. They're not cheapies. So really good player here. I think he's not up until the end of the year though, because I think that the Cardinals are gonna, maybe they'll trade like a Lars Nootbaar at the deadline and he comes up at the deadline, but I think that they're gonna try to maintain that rookie eligibility going into next year. Because they're gonna, JJ Weatherholt is probably gonna win Rookie of the Year this year. Cardinals want that draft pick, and then we'll see if Joshua Baez can win Rookie of the Year next year, and then the Cardinals get another draft pick. That's kind of the dream, right?
The strikeouts, though. I know you said he's improving in contact and stuff. Just seems like a guy that'll have a lot of trouble at first.
Yeah, he probably will strike out a lot. He might strike out way too much, but the power is for real. And I don't think it's like a pitch thing. It's not like Spencer Jones where it's just like, or Charlie Condon where he can only hit fastballs. Like Baez can hit every pitch out of the park. It's almost just too much. Like his chase rate is kind of high. You can see their 13th percentile. So I think it's almost just, he's just super aggressive. Like probably too aggressive and needs to tone it down some.
He's not stealing as much. Dropped the attempt rate to 23%. Maybe just not a priority right now. But
how can he if every hit is a home run?
Right, the attempt rate factors that in. Only 23% of the time he's on first. He's trying to steal 43% last year. So, but yeah, whatever. AAA, they don't really care about steals. I really don't think these teams like value steals as much as fantasy people do. So it's probably not something that he needs to keep showing that he can do or whatever. But that's number one.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. So yeah, number one is Joshua Baez. Obviously, still needs to get swing and miss down, but really ridiculous player. He could hit like 40. He could go like 40-20, 40-30, something like that. Like he's gonna have some crazy numbers at the end of the year, I think.
Like a young Javi Baez.
That's the top 10. Look at that. You said let's do it in 30. We did it in 37 minutes. That's pretty good, especially considering we wasted 5 minutes.
That was my fault at the beginning.
5 minutes talking about stuff at the beginning. So not bad. Make sure you subscribe to MLB Data Warehouse so you can get prospects 11 through 15. We got a couple top 10 prospects in there. So here's a little tease to subscribe. There's a couple top 10 prospects in there, a DSL pitcher. We got a really big time up and coming hitter, and we got a Pete Alonso comp. So those are some teases to subscribe to MLB Data Warehouse so you can actually read the article and check that out. We will have Doc's Dynasty Hour later in the week. What else we got going on at Data Warehouse, John? Got so much stuff going on right now.
I've been simulating games. I got a game sim model. The DFS stuff has been electric. You're like, if you play DFS with my projections, there's a chance you win money. Like I can say that, I can guarantee that you have a chance to win big bucks, but
or to lose big bucks.
Yeah, it's up to who you pick. The projections are good. I'm like impressed with the projections once again. The home run model too. Like, if people are into betting, I don't think there's a ton of overlap between betting people and prospect people. It seems like the prospect people are more pure and like they don't really get into the money. They'll pay money for what they need to, but not like they're not. I don't know if that's true or not. I've never heard of someone asking me like I don't have someone in Discord asking me like a question about a AA guy one day and then like who do I pick for a homer the next day.
I'll teach you something here. There's you have your daily crowd, the prospect crowd. This is how they bet on cards. They're super into buying baseball cards and trying to get like young prospect cards and hoping that guy, like that $10 card turns into like a $500 card or whatever.
That makes sense.
That's where the prospect guys are. They're in the card market.
Okay. But the home run betting thing, apparently I track it every day. It gives picks and I've tracked it every day. When it finds the guys based on the calculations and the projections, it'll log them off, and then the next day it goes and sees if they hit a home run and then what the payout would have been if you got it at the line, and it tracks all this. And I just looked at it today, and it said it had made 53 units in June. So that would be, if you're betting $10 on each homer, you'd be up $530, which like is almost hard for me to believe. That sounds like too good to be true, and it's possible there's something I'm missing. I'm not trying to lie by any means, but I guess nobody will be listening to this by 7 o'clock tonight. But Yainer Diaz is supposed to hit a home run tonight. Well, it's not supposed to hit a home run. It's just that his 9-1 price on FanDuel, it's pretty good. Luke Keeschel, Zach Short, Brandon Nimmo, Lars Nootbaar supposed to, a good home run bet tonight too. So all that stuff is at MLB Data Warehouse, and I've had fun looking at it and stuff.
What's the recommended spread if you're trying to win a home run bet? What do? You pick 5 guys. Like, you can't just pick one guy a day, right? Like that, your odds of hitting that are very low compared to if you pick like where's your break even? Like 3 guys if you get 1 out of 3.
Oh,
generally?
If you're betting singles, like
yeah.
Not probably. Like, I mean, I think you just stick. What you do is the responsible way to do it. The way people actually do it is they pick 10 guys and parlay them together for $5 and they'll try to win $1 million, right? And they'll never do it.
Yes.
But that's kind of fun, and it's not going to cost you much. That's like a low risk way to play. The actual way to do it is to get a good projection model, get projections that are better than the sports books, turn your projections into, say, well, my projection would say that Lars Nootbaar should be plus 450 for a homer tonight, but on MGM he's plus 650. So it's still unlikely to happen, but the price is wrong. And then you just bet every bad price. And if you do that right, and if you have a good projection, then overall, you will make money because your model is just better than the books. But
yeah, love it. All right, that's the podcast. Peace out, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Big Data Warehouse, yeah, we bring the spree. Prospects, DFS, betting strategy. John's grumpy, Tim scouted like a man possessed. Doc drafting comeback stories better than the rest. But the tools are elite and the content's free. And your fantasy trophy gonna look prestigious. ML.